Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Hello and welcome to the Indian Marketing Awards. Over the next half hour, join us as we felicitate the best in the marketing fraternity and pick the brains of some of the finest minds in the business.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very, very warm welcome to this edition of the Indian Marketing Awards. Thank you all so much for having taken the time from your busy schedules to spend your evening here with us. We hope you'll find the program we've lined up for you fruitful and engaging. Well, the Indian Marketing Awards did happen once before, almost a decade back, and now we're back with a bang. And the edition of this particular edition of Indian Marketing Awards, like I mentioned, is presented by the Hindustan Times and is powered by Colors. Before we start and commence with the evening, I'd like to thank our partners without whom evenings like this are not possible. We've gathered, of course, here to felicitate the best in the media fraternity as far as the country is concerned. We have around 17 categories which are divided between 14 and the Excellence Awards. There are 3 Excellence Awards also which will be given away. Besides this, we are also going to be releasing, along with our chief guest when he arrives later this evening, the CMO Influential Report, which basically ranks the top 10 most influential CMOs in the country. But we will start off with a great panel discussion talking about a very pertinent topic as far as marketing is concerned. And to set the ball rolling, may I invite on stage the Chairman and Editor-Chief of the Exchange for Media Group, Mr. Anurag Batra.
It's my honor and privilege to welcome you to a renewed, larger, more robust Indian Marketing Awards. I was telling someone outside that we did the Indian Marketing Awards 10 years back, and then somehow we didn't do it for the next 10 years, so we brought it back. And I can tell you, I can promise you, for the next 10 years, hopefully you'll see the Indian Marketing Awards bigger, better, grander, your awards. We believe while we do many initiatives at the Exchange for Media Group, the Indian Marketing Awards are special because the marketing fraternity is really at the head of the food chain that we have. They are the people who are doing innovations. They are the people who are working with the media ecosystem to reach out to consumers, doing initiatives that are path-breaking, innovative, and in some cases really disruptive. So I just would like to thank you for making sure that the Indian Marketing Awards is back with at a bigger scale, and look forward to interacting with you post the awards. So we look forward to having an evening that all of you enjoy and are part of. Thank you for being here, and all the best.
All right, without much further ado, I'd like to invite on stage our very luminary panel that we have planned for tonight. I'll be calling out your individual names. Request you to please take your seat here on the stage. Mr. Sandeep Arora, Director Marketing and Market Development, Intel South Asia, is responsible for defining market growth strategies and brand strategies for all of Intel's products and technologies in the South Asia region. Our panelists, Ms. Prema Sagar, Principal and Founder of Genesis Burson Mastella, India Genesis Public Relations, which Ms. Sagar established in November of 1992, mirrors the journey of the profession in India. Welcome, Ms. Sagar. Mr. Vivek Sharma, Chief Marketing Officer for Philips India, responsible for the overall performance of Philips India Marketing Organization. He built one Philips marketing planning and implementation for the 3 Philips businesses: consumer lifestyle, lighting, and healthcare. Mr. Apurva Chamaria, Director and Head Global Brand and Digital Marketing, HCL. Mr. Chamaria heads a $6 billion IT major and is responsible for global brand marketing, employer brand, employee and community marketing, thought leadership marketing, and digital marketing. And finally, last but definitely not the least, Mr. Shantanu Bhanja, Vice President Marketing and Business Head, Delhi NCR. He has over 20 years of rich experience in marketing and business management.
Very good evening to all of you. Thanks for coming, and we will try to make it interesting for you guys. The topic for today is the new digital medium, new era of digital mediums, new era of social media. Is it becoming a hindrance for building brand loyalty? There are many opinions for it, many opinions against it. Many people feel that this is the best thing which can happen to build a brand loyalty. You are able to connect with your consumers, your customers much better. Many feel there is an information overload, people are not getting anything stuck in their head, and eventually they are switching brands just at the drop of a hat. So we have experts here from various fields, and I'm going to the way I'm going to start is, before I ask each of you, there are a few questions which I have for each one of you, but just your top line sense on this topic.
I think one of the things that people often mix up between brand loyalty and the chance to experience new brands. What digital media, the digital era has done is it's made it very easy to be aware of new brands, to experience new brands, to try out new brands. True brand loyalty is built literally over years and years, and that's something which actually does not go away in the new era or any era. And I think I often take the example of brands, real true old Indian brands like Tata and Birla and Godrej and brands like Hindu or Hindustan Times, which have really been built over dozens of years, over really decades. And what they have built is a strong relationship with consumers through generations of consumers, and that's something that really stands. And the three brands that come very easily to mind, brands like Dettol, brands like Dabur, Dove, the three D brands, in a sense, they're built on the principle of durability, and that's really what loyalty is about. And when your brand relationship is really durable, I think disruptions like digital really don't come in the way of it. You actually make use of it to create a much stronger relationship with the consumer.
Thanks, Chandanu. Apurva.
So I think what this new era of digital has done is it has sharply brought out the divide between very strong brands which are based on customer fundamentals, which are based on being relevant to the consumers, which are based on authenticity. The digital media leaves no room for brands which are not authentic. It basically highlights every flaw the brand has. It basically shows every nook, every crevice which the brand has. So it's a great leveling field. Traditional legacy marketing was always about the brand talking to consumers, using print media, using TV to continuously beam ads. And the consumer had no power. This basically levels the playing ground. So brands which are stronger and which rest on stronger fundamentals will find their customer loyalty only going up. And it's a very exciting time.
Okay, so my take is a little different, obviously, for the kind of business that we do. There is the corporate brand, then there's products, and there's services. So each one is very different from the other. Now, when we build brands at a corporate level, it is more about thought leadership. And thought leadership differentiates from your competitors. And thought leadership is now going digital. So the best part of this is that it's so much easier to do. We don't have to go to televisions. We don't have to go to print media. It is more about the blogs. It's more about how you're on LinkedIn. What is the message that you're going to give out? Those are the bigger aspects of building thought leadership. So coming to products, I think it's great fun on the digital side because I have a view. On the same product, my daughter has a different view. My son has absolutely no view, not interested because he's a professor. He doesn't look at brands. So it's interesting, the word of mouth, the word of mouth is still very strong. And the digital aspect of people can say what people are talking about cars, which cars, what to buy, what not to buy, the comments that are being made, to be able to balance those comments and then decide what is the brand that you like, what it is that people are telling you. So those are the very personalized kind of decisions that are being made. Very often when we are talking to people abroad, is that they're saying, what are you talking about print and television? So we have all of the traditional media and we have all of the new media. So there's a lot of options for everyone, for our clients and for people to make decisions. So you actually have an opportunity to go across all media, but the people are making the decisions what they see on digital. That is for sure.
Okay, let me first start by saying that brand loyalty and trust. The fundamentals of human psychology hasn't changed over the last 100 years perhaps, and that remains the same. But a lot has changed in the brand landscape to alter the brand loyalties. And I will take a more definitive view on this. And my conclusion is that the consumers are ahead of marketeers in brand loyalty game. And let me explain what that is. So what has changed in the markets or the brand landscape? Two things have changed. One, as my fellow panelists have elaborated, digital has changed a lot of things. Consumers can talk to each other. They can create opinions. They can compare products. They can compare prices in a matter of minutes, which they could not do. At the same time, new channels have emerged. So we didn't have these comparison sites and e-commerce sites 5 years ago, and now you have everything. On the phone, you can get everything. So the boundaries between traditional channels, retailers, and the digital channels are going away. In short, consumers can switch brands much more easily because the cost of switching and the effort of switching has gone down, both emotionally, physically. Now look at number portability. The moment the pure number portability happens, the cost of switching is zero. Okay? When a teenager goes and compares the mobile phone across 10 e-commerce sites, he can reduce the brands to not any image or the advertising or the logo, but he reduces it to the features and the price, and they take all the strands apart, and then they choose the brand. So in brand loyalty in that context has gone down. But is it a loss to marketeers? No. I think, and we can talk about it, there is an opportunity for marketeers also to use digital medium to increase brand loyalty, because at the end of the day, as I said, psychology is the same.
Thank you all. I think on that note, we shall wrap up this wonderful panel discussion.